emulate it. Me nah go copy it. Me nah go clone myself off of you. And you know how arrogant and egotistical you have to be for project outside of yourself to somebody else who is completely unrelated to you. It's not even your child. It's bad enough when you try to make your child into mini-me, but you want to make one random, perfect stranger into mini-you. You're fucking... And mini-you... Alright, you already mini to me, and you want me to be mini to you? Well, mini to me? You mean say you want me scale down myself like by 1,000? You become little you? Remember, you're still in a box. Me come out. Long time. Long time. You still in a box. You tied up in a one little space but this fucking small. And you want me to be mini. Not just you, mini you. Oh, the fuck. Yo, this is mind-blowing to me. It is just mind-boggling. The arrogance, the temerity, oh, people are strange. And then we enter conversations, which is what I'm going to keep harping on. And in our conversations, we actually think we serve ourselves and the greater good by entering the conversation with a closed mind, by focusing on a point and keeping it to the exclusion of all other points, by being unwilling to acknowledge anything else. If you hear something possible, plausible, likely, acknowledge it. You don't have to throw out everything you believe in to accept everything else that you don't believe in, to have a genuine and honest and transparent conversation. But you need to be honest to have an honest conversation. And your honesty is what is going to make you acknowledge the other point, even the one that you don't agree with. Well, this makes sense. You know what? You can always use the out of let me go back and look into this some more. Let me think about it. Let me research it. You can always do that. But when you hang on to the point, to the exclusion of everything else, that is when you become officially an asshole. And you're not having a conversation. You're shadow boxing. Because you just basically regurgitating yourself. You're there just breathing in your own carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide or whatever the fuck we breathe out. And basically suffocating yourself with your own point. Because you refuse, and especially when you bury yourself in a book and you put on the letters, I'm finding that you guys who are learned are some of the hardest to reason with, because your limited learning, and all of formal learning is limited. All of learning is limited because there's no human alive who has come into awareness of every single fucking fact on this planet. And when you let your limited learning be the basis on which you have every single conversation, you know what I've found? People who are trained and proficient in the arts will enter a conversation feeling like, but I am a college graduate, I have letters by my name. Will enter into a conversation about woodworking and feel like they know more than the woodworker because he never went to college. But if you stop it, But if you stop it. If you fucking stop it. And no need for also stop thinking one job supersedes the other or one is better than the other, because it takes all these components to make this place work. So you're not more important. And COVID and the lockdown has proven to many of us that some of who we think were important have no importance at all. We make a lot of superficial industries. I always knew that I belonged to one. Because the reality is you can entertain yourself. You often have. You don't need me to entertain you. You might like me to entertain you, but you don't need me to. And I have never been unaware of this. This is why I can just go off and do what I feel to do for a whole year and you don't see me, because me know you're not dead. And if you want to hear me, I made a shitload of songs. Listen to them. Don't command me to go make a new one. Listen to them. I already said everything that can possibly be said. And songs don't expire. This is why you're not commanding Jackie Wilson to get up from the grave and make you a new song. You still listen to Be Loved, and you don't need him to make a new one, right? You don't need me. You don't need any other entertainer. But you do need medical staff. You need sanitation workers. So you understand, say, we did have it all wrong. Uno did have it all wrong. And as much as you had that wrong, you have some other things wrong too. We all have some things wrong. And at time for if we start get them right. We need to start get them right. We don't have the luxury of time what we think we have. Because you know why? Every human egotistical enough for one to see this planet fixing up for them lifetime. Don't tell me you don't. Whatever fixes we're trying to implement, would I like to experience it? We want to see the world as a nice place. You want to see it. Me think me deserve to see it because that's all maybe not try for the whole fucking life. Me deserve it. But we can't see it. Because what we say we want and what we want are two different things. Because what we say we want is not what we work towards. We say we want peace and love, but we work towards animosity because we decide so we're going to customize one version of peace and love where everybody have to abide by, and peace and love is customizable to each person. It is actually something personal. Collective peace means not fucking with other people. I don't know fuck with people every day. When you see how many days, so me can promise you this. When we share this, me I go share it, and you are going to see 1,000,001 people come and tell me how fucked up me here look. And me, you see all this now? We will never stop with it until you reach a point on me say, alright, this looks fucked up. Because it is of zero fucking significance. I mean, I'm going to stop trying to teach a lesson there until people actually learn it. Because the vessel where you occupy really only exists to carry you. It don't mean nothing else. And you have to stop trying to make it mean something else. You have to stop trying to make it mean something else. And you have to focus on you. If you want your vessel to look one particular way, it's kind of like your house. You can paint your house white, black, blue, purple, pink. It's your house. And your neighbor go pass and say, this is an affront to the community. And it's bringing down our property value. But after your fucking house, he can't tell you what color you want to live in. You pick the color that make you feel comfortable and happy because of your house. Me not go walk in your house and tell us to change your curtain. Change your curtain. When I walk in your house and say, you know what? You shouldn't have left your door open. And if you didn't want me to come in, you wouldn't have left your door open. And now that I'm in here, change these fucking curtains and change that rug. I don't like it. Change your sofa. This is disgusting. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You literally, and you don't do that. So you understand personal space. You understand? Why we can't apply this across the board? Why we can't apply this across the board? Why we can't get to the point in our conversation them way we understand the personal space part and then we understand the collective responsibility. The collective responsibility don't have no jurisdiction in our personal space. You don't get to say black people need to do this so you to do this. No. With collective responsibility is how we relate to each other. But with personal life is how we live in our own comfort. We don't confuse them two things. We don't stop tell people how to black. Stop tell people how to black. Oh God, they get it every day. I know, but I feel like a white people that come from, that come from black people. Black people, a black woman mostly try to tell me how to black, Black woman always try to tell me how to black. For me, black, I'm different from few black, but I still black. There's only one black. And me black you way me one black. Don't tell me say me act white neither, because that really fucking infuriate me. Don't tell me say me act white. Don't tell me say me act white because me have one taste where you affiliate with white people. So maybe I them me socialize round. Maybe I them me cultured round. And maybe me get it from them. Who knows? But me like it now. Me don't give a fuck what you think. Me like it now. So I mine now. And me I go use it now. Me I go do it now. Me not have to wrap myself in the same cloth like you. The only cloth when me feel compelled to wrap myself in a bumbo cloth and ras cloth. Apart from them, the cloth, I don't feel attached to another cloth. And if at any point me feel for let go the bumbo cloth and ras cloth, I'll let it go too. Because me have the right to do that anytime I want. This is the first step towards black people freedom. For black people, for Lego black people. Lego way that make our brain function. I make we think and live and be. Stop say the girl a dance white. Stop say she get white girl wasted. She just get wasted. We get drunk. You drink some juice because you want to let off a stress. Because you want to let off a little pressure. And you get drunk and them say white girl. Well, because you act like a white girl. You offend two people, so a white girl and me. Because me don't feel like me act like a white girl. And white girl don't feel like she is the epitome of drunkenness. We have a long way to go, but we can start. Make we just start with one step. Make we start with one improved conversation. Make we start with just respecting the other person in the conversation enough to actually hear them out. Stop chop them off halfway through the sentence. Stop answer when you hear a pause and answer when you actually have one answer. Stop answer question where they never ask. Stop ignore the question where they actually ask. Stop give points where no points, where just your opinions. When people have one conversation of fact. And stop pretend so you not see the fucking fact. When people share something, stop telling them so them are conspiracy theorists too, because when the facts are irrefutable. So my time when I look when the fucking sitting and because on no denial, on no prefer to call the person crazy. On no rather call the man the mad, the woman the mad. Because you're not in a denial. Because for some reason you refuse to accept that this could actually be our reality. So you call him mad. And when you enter a conversation with him, you come the only for belittle him. You come the only for put him down. Only for tell him say my idiot. Nobody enter. Because the fact that you don't know that this thing take place don't mean it don't take place. You don't know everything. We don't establish that already. You don't know everything. Me don't know everything. So when somebody tell me, you know, the biggest conversation when me left feeling really broken when me talk about vaccinations. No, I'm not anti-vax. But I'm not pro-vax either. Me have an open mind and me have the right to it. Me know from history. So them put shit in a vaccination. That is a foregone. We know this. This has been unearthed, right? So if we know from history, so them put shit in a vaccination before, why you fight me now when me say me don't want every vaccination? Why you fight me now when me say question shit? When me say don't just simply blindly say, you're going to come with on corona vaccination. You're going to come with on corona vaccination. You want to vaccinate me against sitting where not have to kill me? Sitting where me can just simply wash me hand, give me a drink water and live clean and it go away. And you want to vaccinate me for that, and vaccinations come with so much bumbleclad other things. And you want to vaccinate me for that. And then tell me say me crazy because me say me don't want it. And why do I not have the right to refuse it? When me say, all right, if you get vaccinated, you don't have to worry about me then, because you're vaccinated against this thing. So my lack of vaccination should not affect you. And then them tell me, say, but what about those who can't get the vaccination? We have to protect all of them. So you tell me, say, no, me have to expose myself to something I don't want, because somebody out there might can't get it if they want it. So there's somebody out there have more value than me. And you want me to be sympathetic to the cause there? But if you think, you know, think while it's still free, think while they don't find one way to stop you from thinking. Because of that to come next, them are going to literally try to stop you from. Them already are trained if you not think. Critical thinking is criminal right now. But we still have the opportunity to push past. Marijuana, the criminal fears, you know, still smoke weed. Right now, critical thinking is being criminalized, but it's still possible. Do it. Think. And when you have these conversations, enter them with the knowledge that you can learn something in them. Because the person, when you look on as a mad person, might be the one seeing person around you. And what them a teach, what you refuse to learn, might be the one honest and real lesson where you're going to get in your entire fucking life. No block yourself to the facts. No. And even if you listen to something stupid can infect you, you know. Sometimes you ever hear them say pick sense out of nonsense. Me listen to everybody, you know. Me sit down and chat to madman, what they call madman. And one of the most fruitful conversations I ever have with a random stranger on the roadside is a man named Isaac from Nongawochi. Or me sit down on the roadside. You know how much me learn in that one conversation? Sitting down talking to Isaac, me learn about everybody else. Because most time when I walk on the road, nobody no give a fuck if me live or dead. But when me sit down and talk to Isaac, everybody start pull up to me and ask if me alright, because me sit down and talk to Isaac. And me learn something else too, because Isaac asked me if he can shake my hand. And me shake his hand. And me think to myself, what a luxury that is. He asked permission to shake my hand. And all me have to do when me done shake his hand, I wash mine, you know. So it don't really matter how dirty him be, you know. I just have to wash my hand. I just have to bear in mind, say, alright, he hand dirty, and me shake it if me feel that. But me touch money. Me can't imagine Isaac hand dirtier than money. So, It teach me a lot about we, and just by his reaction to us, it tell me so people scan him. I mean, I know what that's supposed to feel like. Maybe me would have out there going mad to if people that scan me. Who knows? Maybe me madder than him. But me learned so much from him. Him I did one engineer. When we look for mad people, we don't think about the life where them a come from. Any other possibility than the one we see in front of we. And he used to be an engineer. That's something we think highly of done. That's one of them prestigious job. And that's what he used to be. Before in turn what we call one madman. And he no mad me reason with him and he's very cognizant. And he still have in house. He just don't feel like staying night. And him pick me then take care of him. However far away if you go. But no worry, don't look on the length of the journey, just look on the first step. Every long journey begin with a step. One step. One step. Make our conversation change. Make we change your conversation to become more inclusive. Stop alienate people. Because when you say, right now we are fight, say Black Lives Matter. But the reality is gay life no matter to black people. I know say no phone and I'm ready for that conversation yet, but you're a hypocrite. When you say Black Lives Matter, you're a hypocrite because black picnic no matter to you, black woman no matter to you, and black Batman no matter to you. And them they are black life. You know how much black life that? And you want them to stand up and fight for you. When police kill a straight black man, problem. But when we kick out a black picnic out of the house because we claim saying gay, yeah, if you go out. And a black life that too. We have enough to talk about. And we're able. So make we do it. But we start from the beginning, which is tempering with conversations towards being fruitful, rather than being so antagonistic. You know, like we just set out for debate. Somehow we just come in for debate for proof so we're smart. And I hate them blood-clad people. Me hate them. Me not lie, me can't even hide it. Me hate them. Because they just come in a one conversation with no other fucking purpose. And majority of the time the people who do that don't as smart as them think, you know. Then come with one little stupid point, which is a non-point, and then just fixate on it blood clot, and then no matter how much time you hold them by them collar and then shoot them and drag them with them fuckers still come back. Me rascal, you block them and they go make one of the account. And then that top come. Brother, you can sit down and learn, you know. You can engage. Everybody can engage. You don't have to engage so fucking... You don't have to engage. So antagonistic. People don't understand so them things that if attention you want, and we talked about your attention earlier, go on your own page and share things that make people in the environment give you the attention. Because we know say that's social media for whatever you want the attention for. If you want attention from me, you don't have to get it by arguing. You can say hi. You know, see me, I respond to people say hi. And then people have a style to tell me, say the younger people me respond to are the one them way I talk negative. No, that's not true. No fucking lie. But me respond to the people who talk negative because I'm not the only person who sees them. And if somebody vulnerable come along and see them, then have to see me and refute them too. Them have to see a balance. Me can't just left one negative statement to stand up out upon its own. We don't live in a complete environment, you know. And me don't want to no draw me in. No bubble, no box, no nothing like that we do know. Because me now come. Me live in a one complete space. Everything have a 360 for me. Me know say no found do things and after I don't do it, then I don't start deal with the consequence. Me look on the consequences before me do it. And me decide what me can live with and what me can't. And if the little negative will come from it, me can live with it, then me do it. Because the positive much bigger. So me work out my life. Me don't know about Uno. So you see the negatives will come from me, I engage one person and tell them to go suck themselves. Me don't really care about that. Because if the person if suck themselves, they feel know. That is a bigger positive. They feel know so they feel suck themselves. And if somebody not tell them how the blood clot, they're gonna know. So stop. The people who love me, stop trying to protect me. If you really love me, leave me alone. Because me actually good in this. Me know what me do. Me not think you know nobody as conscious as me. I mean, know the Jamaican people cultured for think conscious means talking about Selassie, talking about stuff related to religion and good living. No, conscious just mean aware. I'm a very aware. All when me up in my slackness, I'm very aware of what me do. So I'm conscious all the fucking time. I'm living on me consequence. Me I ask you if you live in that too. Completely. Temper on the conversations to outcome. Thoughts don't matter if the outcome actually counter them. It's not the thought that counts. If you did think good thoughts and you have good intention, and you say me hungry, and you go make me a meal, but you can't cook, and you put sitting in there where fuck me up, the reality is me get fucked up. Or you can cook. You see, say me hungry, and me lie down there unconscious and your intention of to feed me, but you give me shrimp or lobster, and me dead. No amount of good intention can bring me back in, I'm fucking dead. This is why I say outcome trumps intention. I'm not going to debate it to do no. So you try to make enough self feel good about doing bad things. And it don't really matter what you set out to do. That's why you have to pay more attention to what you do. Instead of just set out with just intention. Because I set out with intention and thought, thinking it's the thought that counts, and you need to dismiss and completely discard that thought process and start living in your action and be aware and conscious of what you do. You need to be conscious of what you actually do. Fuck your thoughts. Fuck your intention. What you actually do. So when you say me I want benevolent character and me I want philanthropist, me I love to run the word they say philanthropist. And you go out and you say I go feed some people. And take this from somebody who come from extreme poverty and know what hunger feel like. We never take food from people because we never want to know spectacular, so they raise me. If you don't take food from people, you'd rather go hungry. And did. Because you can't make other people know you're hungry because then take that use against you. I want to go out, I want to feed somebody. I want to well dressed too, you know. In a name brand and everything, you know. Stand upside down and dirty somebody on the roadside and you take a picture. What you pose up to now? I give them one box of food. Yeah, pussy all. Me no business when nobody want blood clot tell me say. Yes, but it's a good deed. It's a fuck you and your good deed. Because what you have just effectively done, you have just effectively belittled, diminished one other human. You probably just single-handedly killed their self-worth. You think one plate of food fucking worth that? You think one picture, a post on your social media worth that? If you really want to do good, Mrs. Scatter then go out and go give people food. You know me no know who then give to. Me see them video and take picture of themselves and pack the food, but me no see them with one dirty man and say, and I take picture of themselves and I smile like, look at me, I'm a good person. You know a pussy hole, me no give a fuck what I want to say. You can cuss me again and try cancel me again, but you know a pussy hole. Because you don't know what I feel like. If you sit down in another state there, when you're there on your last desperation I hold you. You can't refuse the food. You have to tell me, say, but the people are happy for the food. Yes, they're happy for the food because they're hungry, but now they're not no blood clot self-worth left. Now they self-hate. Now they despise themselves, and some of them may never come out of that state. And now you've made it more comfortable for them to just sit in that state. Now they not no motivation to come out of it because the whole world see them as beggar and needy. And that become their definition because you just label them with it. You could have just give them a food and keep it moving, you know. And that would have been you being a good person, but you take a picture and you go show people in desperation. Yeah. This is why I unfollow one particular person who I think was full of hope and I always hope she come into herself. But every time I see her in a one impeccable from head to toe, not even once trying to hear out a place. This side I want to look old man in a one shaka show. Look at me, I'm a good person. I have to unfollow him bumbo clap. I can't take it no more. All house me come out there, you know. Me go from one room to all house to. I can't imagine what that feel like for me if it's down in my squalor. And you come in there, oh God. Yeah, me I have full of water, you know, because he would have killed me. He would have really killed me, you know. He would have hurt, it would have ruined my pride. It it a ruin my pride if you know say all my peers. All the one them will pick me. Oh fuck. Them have to go to school. And the picnic them where they will have more. Picnic cruel, you know. Picnic. I go see them and know say at them and they know what their house look like now. People don't want that. People nobody don't want that. Me I tell them me no give a fuck what they tell you on camera. They don't want to look ungrateful, so them a go pander to you and your base instinct. We are seek the validation there, and we're willing to pluck it at the cost of for them pride. Them a go say thanks because they're civil and they're nice, they're decent, and you're not. And this I want to out there do. Oh God, on our egg when me see it, every time me see it, me cringe. Every time I see it, me cringe. And we have the argument all the while, and someone cuss me about it too. Well, it's the thought that counts. And me see good people when me know say good people are do it, you know, and I violently defend it, you know. But you know what? You never been hungry. The people I want me see where I insist on that never been blood clot hungry.